This meeting, get this rocking and rolling. Did we? Yes. Okay. Yay! All right. I'm so excited that all of you girls are here. So welcome. Welcome to Hot for the Holidays challenge for chicks over 40. If you're not over 40 yet, it's fine. If you're over 40, yeah. Okay. So you are in the right place if you're looking for something to keep you focused through the next few weeks, to go through the holidays. I don't like to say get through the holidays because it has like a, ugh, I gotta get through the holidays. Like, no, flow through the holidays with that focus, keep you on track, eyes on the prize. January, yes, have a great time, not deprive, not diet, but start to also feel amazing. So to gain energy, to reduce bloat, to lose a couple pounds, to sleep better, to gain more confidence and calm yourself down. So I'm curious, what is it that you girls are most excited about gaining from the challenge? And you can just type it in the chat. I do like to do like everyone talking, but at the same time, we want to stay on schedule. So out of all of those things, what is the thing or things that you're most excited about? Drop that in the chat. Reducing bloat, losing a couple pounds, gaining energy, sleeping better, stable moods, calming yourself down, focus through the next few weeks, lose weight and gain energy. Love it. Yes. Sleeping, calm. Yes, calm is so nice. Gain energy and sleeping. Excellent. I'm excited to lose the bloat and lose a couple pounds. Yes, totally. Totally. And all of those things, right? It's like any type of result is a great result. Like, yes, please. Thank you. May I have some more? And so that's awesome. So basically, what we're going to be doing is, so we'll go through the guidelines real quick and then we'll get to the meat of today. So for the next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're gonna have our daily calls at this time, so at 7. And they're going to be about a half an hour. And so during these calls, we're going to have our daily action steps. So Monday, we're going to announce the winner. There's going to be a winner, and the winner is not solely based upon the results that you get from this challenge. It's going to be based on quite a few different things. Okay. And we'll go through that in a second. But so concerning the daily action steps, so the daily action steps are going to build on each other. Okay. So we're going to be doing like call it a sprint of habit stacking. How many of you girls are familiar with habit stacking? Raise your hand. Okay. Not too many. Okay. So this is one of the techniques, or this is one of the foundations that I use with my girls that I work with. Okay. Now, we're going to have daily action steps and we're going to do our best to build on those. But how I work with my girls in all my different containers is we take one step, we get really great at that, and then we add in another one. We get really great at that one, and then we add in another one, right? So, this is how we build habits to change our lifestyle, right? And doing this is what creates all of the results, right? Hi, Colleen, welcome. So happy that you're here. So within this, again, this is going to be a sprint. So these action steps, they're going to be simple. They're simple, they're doable, and they're absolutely going to give you results. So when we did this challenge or a similar challenge at the beginning of the year, it was the beginning of this year, we had girls that lost like 5 to 7 pounds, like, water weight, bloat, all of the stuff. They're sleeping better. All of those things that I said you could get from this challenge as a result, you absolutely can. And that one was only 5 days. This is 7 days. All right. And so the reason why I made this one 7 days was because I wanted to put the weekend in there. Because how many of you girls have done something before where you're like, you do it, for the entire week, and by Friday you're like, "Oh, I feel really good, and I actually like I see a change." And then you go out to eat and you drink the wine or you eat the food or whatever it is, and then you get on the scale on Monday and you're like, "Fuck,
Mhm.
I'm back here again." How many of you girls have done that before? Yeah. And then Monday comes and you're like, oh, and it's like dragging yourself to get back on the wagon. Like it's not fun. And so my intention with that is to show you with what it is that we're doing, you can absolutely enjoy yourself on the weekends and still have the results. So we're gonna finish on Monday evening and announce the winner. Cool?
Yes.
Cool. Excellent. Okay. So let's go into how do we win? How do we win $100? Give me the money. Show me the money. So you're going to get points. You get points for many things, all things that you do. Okay. So you're going to get points for posting daily in our Facebook group. You girls are all on the Facebook group. Yes, I believe so. Um, so each day there's going to be a post guideline, right? And it's going to be based on the action step. Really, it's a summary of what happened with your day. So today is protein. So tomorrow would be, oh, yesterday I had da 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 for protein and I felt blah blah blah. Okay, 5 points. If you add a picture, bonus points. Okay, so you get a point or you get points for posting in the book, in the book. Yes, in the book of the face. And then you also get points for posting any type of win that you have. So along with the daily action step, there's going to be a mindset slash nervous system slash lifestyle, one of those three things, right? So it's going to be a not having to do with food action step, okay, which is like a bonus because it takes your results that much further, okay? Then you're also getting points for commenting on other people's posts. And you get bonus points for sharing on your social media, whether it's on a post or you share in the story, as long as you tag me or Hot for the Holidays. We'll tag me and Hot for the Holidays challenge. Okay, cool. Everyone got that? Points. So basically just post and engage with other people and you'll get points. Simple. Does anyone have any questions about that part? Awesome. Okay, so everyone received the meal plan. Yes?
Mhm.
Excellent. And how many of you were like, oh, I have a lot of questions about this meal plan? Yeah. Okay, good. Because it's not really a meal plan, right? I'm not saying, Nikki, eat 4 ounces of chicken with 3/4 cup of this and half a teaspoon of olive oil and 37 grams of carrots and 42 grams of fat from avocado, right? There's none of that because every body is different and needs a different amount of protein, carbs, fat, fiber, micronutrients to hit their weight loss, fat loss goals, muscle building goals, right? This is why there's no specific measurements on that meal plan. However, what we are going to do as we go through this challenge is I'm going to give you guidelines for you for the meal plan. Okay. So, with that being said, curious, how many of you girls now eat at least 3 meals a day? Raise your hand. Awesome. Excellent. And out of the girls that eat the 3 meals a day, how many of you girls have protein in every single meal? One, two, three. And you're all my clients. Just saying. Okay. So, all right. For today's action step, which is going to be tomorrow's action step, is our focus is going to be protein. Okay. And so our goal with protein, and this is a baseline protein. Every woman, as long as you weigh over 100 pounds, I think everyone here weighs over 100 pounds, needs to be eating at least 90 grams of protein. Okay. And that's really challenging for most women if you're going from eating half of that to double that. Okay. So how I want you to break it down is when you look at this meal plan, so whatever your meals were that you chose for tomorrow, and you don't have to eat in order what the meal ideas are. You could look at day 5 and be like, oh, I really like that lunch. I'm going to have that tomorrow, and the dinner from day 3 and the breakfast from tomorrow. It's whatever you want. Okay. You want to start with at least 25 grams of protein in each meal. And so with that, if you don't have a food scale, that's totally fine. So 3 to 4 ounces of protein with your meal. And you can measure that by it's about the size of the palm of your hand. Okay, if it's a meat, if it's eggs. So eggs are gonna be a little bit more. Eggs are gonna be like 4 or 5 eggs. And at the same time, if you're eating eggs for your protein source, there's fat in eggs as well. So your fat content gets kind of jacked way up too. So you want to look at the top of the meal plan, it says the swaps, right? You guys all saw that where it says proteins, all those different protein options. So protein, if it was alive at one point, if it was breathing, if it had a soul, it's protein. Okay. Now, why protein? Does anybody know why protein is so important?
The muscles for the muscles, right? Build the muscle.
Well, the muscles. Yeah. Yeah. So protein is going to maintain the lean muscle that we currently have, right? All of us have muscle, even if you can't see it. Then are you walking on your walking pad? Good girl. Um, so maintaining the lean muscle that we have, even if you can't see it, we all have it. And here's the thing, and why this is so important now, especially when we're over 40, anywhere over 40, because we start to lose muscle mass just as we age for no reason. Thank you. So we want to keep what we have. So in order to do that, we have to eat enough protein. In order to build muscle, we really have to be eating enough protein. So if you're only eating protein once or twice a day, chances are you're not eating enough and you're not eating the appropriate amount to even maintain what you have going on. So you're losing as you age. So if you see your scale kind of changing, or even if your scale's not changing, but you feel like you're more like kind of like loose and jiggly and fluffy, it's probably because you're losing muscle and it's being replaced with fat, right? We don't want to go in the skinny fat direction. We want to go in the opposite direction, right? So besides muscle, protein is going to keep you satiated. So if you have cravings, how many of you girls find that you have cravings throughout the day? Yeah. Uh-huh. So protein is going to keep you satiated. Protein takes longer to digest in your system, especially when you're eating. We want to go for whole food sources, right? So real food versus protein shakes, protein bars, protein snacks. We want to eat the meat because it takes our body a lot longer to break that down, digest it, assimilate it, right? And there's a lot of micronutrients in those meats that our body needs too. Okay. And let's see what else. Protein. So it keeps you satiated, keeps you full. Oh, and it also has a thermic effect. So basically, it costs our body more calories to digest protein than any other food because it takes her a lot longer to do that and it is harder work. So she has to expend more energy So you actually burn calories when your body is digesting protein. It's like, yeah, hi, bonus. Great, excellent. So why would we not then want to eat protein 3 times a day? Right? We're maintaining the lean muscle, giving our body enough to build more. We're satiated, we're burning more calories, and we're hitting that 3 times. Okay. Are you guys all picking up what I'm putting down?
Mhm.
Yes.
Awesome. Does anybody have any questions about protein? Excellent. It's easy. Protein's easy, right? And sometimes it's not the sexiest food to eat. And at the same time, when you see your body start to change and those cravings start to disappear, it starts to become a lot sexier. Okay. All right. Next. So, who here has a goal? All right. So, I'm going to preface it with this. So many of you girls, I said, okay, well, what do you want to get out of this challenge? What do you want to see over the next few weeks? And the very common answer is, I want to lose a few pounds and I'd like to build some muscle. Okay, well, how do you know when you lost a few pounds and you built some muscle? Right? When you put in the GPS, where do you want to go? And you say somewhere nice, and it comes up with 79 destinations near you, right? It's like what I have no idea where to take you. You need to give me more. So with this, I want you girls to get really super, super crystal clear on what it is that you want to create with your body. And for a couple reasons. Okay, so first, let me ask this. Who is super crystal clear on what they want to create with their body? How they want their body to look, how they want to feel, like specific. Like you could have somebody draw it if you said it.
Mhm.
Yes, okay, perfect. Okay, so there's some of you that are not, which is totally fine. All right, so here's the thing. How many of you girls believe that you create your reality? Yay! Four. Okay, so 5. Good. Okay. Well, even if you don't believe that, guess what? You create your body. Because the body that you have right now, you've created her. And you've created her from all of the decisions that you've made up until this point. It's been the foods that you've ate, the stress that you've experienced, the hours that you've slept, the water that you've drank, the alcohol that you've drank, right? It's all of the decisions, right? How many workouts or no workouts? We have created this body that we're sitting in right now. So that's amazing news because once we take responsibility for that, it's like, oh, okay, well, I created this, so I could create whatever I want, right? If I know what I want to create and I have the tools, then why would I not be able to create the results that I want with her? Right? So, being really crystal clear is the first step to get there. It's like ordering at a restaurant. If you walk in and say, "Hey, I want a sandwich," the waitress would be like, "All right," and bring you out a roast beef sandwich. And you're like, no, actually, I wanted the Cuban and I wanted some extra mustard, some extra pickles, and some jalapenos on that as well, on toasted rye. And I wanted the cheese slightly melted, right? Did you get anything close to what you were asking for? No. So when you place that order, you need to be specific in order to get what you want. Okay. And I want this to be really fun for you to create that vision of your body. Because when you finally get those results, you can look back and be like, oh my God, this is exactly what I wanted, like to a T. So I'll share a short story with you real quick. So after I sold my gym, I think it was like 2016. So I sold my CrossFit and I just started going to work out at a crunch by my house. And at that time, after my workout, I would do sprint intervals on the spin bike, like 10 seconds on, 20-second recovery, right? Like a psycho. And when I would close my eyes for the 10 seconds and go hard, I had this vision of how I wanted my body to look. And it was me, clearly, it was me on the beach looking down. I could see my chest, I could see my abs, I could see my shoulders, I saw my legs, I saw my feet, right? The tattoo that I have on my foot. Like I saw my body as all of the things that she is, but defined and lean the way that I wanted her to be, right? Every 10 seconds, I would do that. Every 10 seconds, I would do that. I don't know how long I envisioned that for, but it was a little over a year later. I go to the beach and I'm standing on the beach, and now in the vision, right, I would hear the waves. It was all encompassing, right? So I'm standing on the beach and I look down and I'm looking down, and it took me a second. I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is exactly what I've been envisioning. Like, oh my God. And she's here, right? It's like if you create the vision, you can see it, you can feel it, you bring in all of your senses, it's going to happen, right? A desire is put in your heart because you are capable of it. Cool? Cool. All right. So your post in the Facebook group is going to be your vision for your body or your goal for your body. Super descriptive, right? Whether that's X amount of pounds down, I want to be this size, I want to be wearing a bikini on the beach, I want to, whatever, my child is getting married, my granddaughter's christening, I'm wearing this dress. If you have a picture, if you create a picture, if you find a picture of a woman that has a similar physique as to what you want to accomplish, the feeling that you want to feel, what is that like for you? The more specific you can get, the better. Cool. I see some, yeah, some like, I think I'm excited and I'm not sure. Any thoughts, comments on questions? Anything? Does anyone feel any resistance to doing that?
A little shy.
Who's that? Who's shy?
Gina.
Gina, you're shy?
Yes. I mean, about putting all that, it's like, oh boy.
And also, here's the thing too, is that, and this is something we spoke about, I think were you on the call last week, Buffy? Um, or it was the week before. So as women, right? Number one, how powerful we are just being a woman, right? You create life inside of your body. Like you create human form in your body, bring that child into this world. Okay. There's nothing more powerful than that. Second, we all create from that space anyway. So the power that we have to create in general, our intuition, once we know how to work with our mind, our body, right? Our heart, our womb space, all of that, and really just creating the life that we want. When we do this together as a group of women, the power in that is like, so when you're scrolling through the Facebook group and you see, right, Patty say, "Oh, my dream body or my goal body." And you know what? Don't even call it your goal body or your dream body. My future me, my next version of myself is, right, 10 pounds less. lean. I'm wearing da 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 shorts and going to the beach in this. And when I go out to eat with my husband, I feel like this. And right? When you're reading that, see her as that, right? And put your energy towards that because when we hold that vision for other people, it magnifies it and it multiplies the energy of it. If you girls didn't know that I'm into the woo shit, now you know. And it's quite real and magical. So, yeah, I want to encourage you to do that as you read through it, right? Get excited for the other women. And women supporting women and holding each other high in this way is there's nothing more powerful than that. Okay, so who's excited? Awesome. Okay, wonderful. All right, so we got 7:29. Does anybody have any questions, anything before we wrap up?
I have one thing. Can I just say one thing? Okay,
Ooh.
so I found ground chicken in my refrigerator. It was a huge big thing and I had to make it all. So can I just eat that same dinner for the rest of the week? Does it matter?
Yeah, you can.
God, I can't. So just okay, so that's fine.
I would encourage you to maybe like, mix it up a little bit, like put some
Mhm.
different spices and different veg with
Oh,
it.
yes. No, I just browned it and put it to the side. So like I threw like like the amino acids on it, like when I ate it with a sweet potato. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like that. So it's all plain, but I have to eat it for the rest of the week.
I have 7 pounds of chicken.
Yep.
Wow.
Deal. Yeah, totally fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Anybody else?
If you like craving like something bad to eat, I know this is probably a bad question, but is there something you can eat like other than like fruit?
So you can eat whatever you want. And I
Like,
say that because, so if you're, the way that I work with my girls is not, we're going to change everything all at one time, or we're going to take out all processed foods or anything sweet. Because when we do that, we're depriving and we're just going to want more of that thing. So when you start adding in the good stuff, you might find that your cravings for that diminishes, right? So if you're having your 3 meals with your protein, you might be like, oh, actually, either I don't want it or I don't want as much of it,
okay.
right? And so if still want it, still have it, as long as you're having the good stuff too.
Can
How's
I
that?
say something about that?
Yeah.
Because like I loved ice cream. I always need something sweet after my meal. So I would get like Hershey bars, like the little, tiny little Hershey bars, and just have one or two or three. Like each one is 50 calories. So I would eat three and have that as my dessert. Or Danielle taught me how to do like no fat whipped cream and the Halo ice cream because I love ice cream. And you can find ways to have that junk, but it be healthier junk.
Mhm.
Because if like for me, if I told myself I can't have something, I'm gonna eat 10 times that amount. That's just who I am.
Totally. Yes, thank you for that. Hmm.
What about, can I ask, what about, do we need to worry about going to the gym and working out at the same time and having workouts? No?
Nope.
Okay.
So we're gonna start incorporating movement, but it's not gym, it's not workouts. And so the reason with that is because nutrition is responsible for 80% of how you look. So for me to do a challenge that is mostly workouts and just a little nutrition, your results are not going to be close to what they're going to be with focusing on what we're going to focus on for this challenge. But so if you do work out, please still work out, still do the things that you do. Yeah, whatever movement you have going on, continue to do that for sure.
Is there a protein that gives you the most protein?
What gives me the biggest bang for my buck? So, uh, typically your meats, like chicken, so lean chickens, like white meat of turkey, egg whites, tuna, um, have the most protein for the calorie content because they're very low in fat.
So you mean like tuna, not tuna fish, like a piece of tuna?
No, both. You
Oh,
can
okay.
use like the fish or even the canned tuna.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, food is my not getting enough food and enough protein is still my biggest obstacle.
Mhm.
So after lunch, and I know I didn't get as much in as I should, but I didn't have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with my students today. I had chicken and vegetables, but I'm still full,
Yeah,
and I haven't even had supper yet. And it's like more food.
yeah. So normally when you have the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you're hungry shortly after, a couple hours after.
Well, as I had shared with you, that I just decided to go off my insulin and I'm not crashing. So I was probably eating it on, well, I was eating it on, yeah, 7 grain, skinny bread, and then having a protein with it. And it was just getting me through.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah. So now that you had chicken
I
and
I
vegetables,
have to be able to consume as much of the protein, and I just fill fast.
yeah. Yeah, which is normal. So yeah, start on the lower side. Start with the 25 grams of protein and see how you do with that. And if you have that for breakfast and you find that when lunchtime comes, you're still not hungry, maybe we'll go down a little bit more and do 20, 20, 20, and see how that is.
All right, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so just to kind of like add on to what Colleen was just saying, so if you find that you're not hungry, right, that's normally a sign that your metabolism is down regulated. And so in order for us to start to bring her back to life, we need to eat. That's the only way that she's gonna speed up. Right. And a lot of us think, well, I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to eat. But if you never eat more, then she's never going to pick up her pace. So sometimes in the beginning, it kind of be like, "Ooh," like, sometimes we just got to eat the food, right? Our body's in this state of like, okay, well, you're not giving me enough. So I'm going to slow down my metabolism and I'm going to hold on to body fat because that's my insurance policy. So until we start eating more, right? We got to start to send her the signal like, oh, okay, I'm actually starting to get the nutrients that I need now. Maybe it's going to be safe to let go of this, right? We'll get more into that as we go through the week too. Cool beans? Cool beans. Awesome. All right, my ladies, goddesses, I look forward to seeing all of your posts about your future, your body. All right, girls, have a good night. I will see you tomorrow at 7, same time, same place.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
When's this still coming up?